Hi, Peter Bernstein here from the convention floor at IT Expo Austin 2012. And I'm delighted to be joined by my old friend Jeff Dworkin, who's the Director of Marketing for Sangoma Technologies. And Jeff, you've been on a bunch of panels the last couple of days. You've probably got a bunch more coming up. They all seem to be gravitating around the same theme, even though they're on different topics, which is where are we with Microsoft Lynx? Used to be Microsoft was thought to be the 800-pound gorilla in the room, but they never entered. Now they seem to be here. So why don't you talk to us a little bit about your impressions of that and what Sangoma's doing to help them along here?
Sure. Well, as I said, or as you mentioned, I've been on the 3 or 4 panels, one of them on open source technology, one of them on session border controllers, one of them specifically about Lync, and it seems that every panel is gravitating towards questions around what's going on with Lync. So it is becoming a hot topic here, and fortunately, Sangoma has just released a product called Lync Express, which addresses that. It's an appliance that has preloaded on it everything you need to run a Lync implementation, whether you use it as your core Lync solution, whether you use it as a branch office in support of a bigger Lync implementation. But even more interesting is what we found is lots of people want to use this device in support of hosted Office 365, because 365, although it has voice support, does not have telephony support. So you can get all the telephony functions out of this device. And
let me stop you right there, because for people who are going to watch this video, let's assume that they're IT people and they don't know from telephony support, right? Why don't you walk through that a little bit?
Sure. Well, there's a distinction between voice and telephony. Obviously, if you have 2 Lync clients, two desktops running Lync, they can talk to each other. That's voice, but it's not telephony. Telephony has to do with signaling and moving that call out onto the PSTN and dealing with regulatory issues and different interfaces in different countries. You may have analog availability in one place, PRI or BRI or T1 or E1. So these are all the issues around telephony, and they've been specifically left out of Lync because Microsoft didn't want to deal with it. You always have to go to a third-party provider and source a media gateway in order to jump that call out to the PSTN or to take a call from the PSTN into your Lync solution. So that's the piece that hooks up Lync to the rest of the telephony world.
So before I interrupted you, you were about to walk through what your appliance does and what the real intrinsic value is in terms of turning up those Lync licenses that everybody has left dormant for a while,
right?
And making them truly valuable and giving you the full functionality of, for lack of a better term, a unified communications experience.
Right. One of the things we do at Sangoma with all our products is try to make them easier to implement, and that's where Lync Express comes from. The fact is, if you are going to implement Lync, you need a lot of bits and pieces. You have to have Exchange 2008, and you have to have the Lync software, and you might need a mediation server. There's a whole plethora of things that all have to work together in order to make Lync actually work. And at the suggestion of Microsoft, actually, they were saying for smaller implementations, under 200 seats, who may not have the experience with Microsoft products, they need an easier way to do this. So we have preloaded all these components, plus the media gateway, that's our NetBorder Express media gateway, all go in the same chassis so that they don't then yet have to go source a media gateway. It all comes together. We do not sell the licenses. That's, as you said, they may have already paid for a Lync license through their Microsoft partner, or if not, they get those from their Microsoft partner. So the Microsoft partner, the device is very good for the channel because the partner still gets to license the software and the license fees, and they also get to charge for any professional services to help them install it. But again, all that complexity is taken out of the equation.
Before we wrap up here, you guys have been extraordinarily successful in a very difficult market. I was wondering, what it is that you think is driving your business as opposed to, the general conditions that are out there.
Sure. Well, one of our core components we feel is to be a value-priced product, but still at the same quality, right? So that is really what our value statement is, the best possible quality at a reasonable price. We are not going to compete with Cisco's or Acme Packet or Sonos, but For all those people who are maybe a tier below that, this is on the carrier side,
Right.
for who are a tier below that, need a solution, and we can provide it. And our legacy in open source sort of helps us address that critical cost component. We have a lot of experience in open source. We use open source software and components whenever we can, and we're still building those high quality, well-engineered products, much lower
So
cost.
for those of you out there who are interested, open source is the secret sauce here.
Part of it. Part of it. Plus, all of our products are manufactured in North America. With contract manufacturing, and the manufacturing facility is just a few miles from the engineering facility. So if there's ever an issue, those problems are solved right away. Many of our products come with lifetime guarantees. We're so confident in that part of the process, and even our low-end products come with a 5-year, no questions asked guarantee. So again, it's all about quality at a reasonable price.
Well, I want to thank you, Jeff, for stopping by, and have a great show.
Thanks a lot.